I was meditating on love, you, roses. The universe told me, put it in a love song.
Hello and welcome back to Stationery Summer. So today we're going to a new stationery shop. That's an actual stationery shop, I believe. But we'll see when we get there. We'll see when we get there. I do want to stop off and get a beverage. So we already listed out the items that we're going to get. Now this is a very, very, very underrated pen. I have a whole video on it on Instagram. But this is the Big Gelosity. It's a 0.7. This pen is so good. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I have another pen. I'll show you later. Well, I'll probably show you now. But that also I love. But those that are new here, I love a bold, juicy pen. And this pen, it just every time, it just always works. But anyway, you can find this at the place we're not supposed to be shopping anymore. And you can also find it at Staples or anywhere you get your pens from, Walmart. It's everywhere. I've even seen them in different colorways at the Dollar Tree. But it's a great pen. It's a 0.7. For those of you that like a fine tip, I'm not sure if this pen comes in a finer tip, but my favorite is the 0.7. And I'll show you now since we're on the topic. But I have been using, remember last week we spoke on these Pentel Energels, and you guys know that I'm no stranger to the Pentel Energels. I've shown you my drawer before. I'm low-key obsessed with them. Let me grab my drawer. I'm no stranger to the Energel family. From the needlepoint tip to the metal tip, the bold tips, fine tips. I love them all. Kind of anal with keeping them looking pretty in the drawer, but I'm no stranger to the Energel family. So I knew that I would love this pen. It is it gives like a demonstrator look. It's kind of clear, but it's black, and it has the rose gold accent. Yeah. But anyway, beyond the body of the pen, she is, I wrote in my faith planner this Wednesday when we did midweek Bible study. I say we, but I go online and do Bible study with my church. But, baby, let me tell you something. Do you see how juicy this pen right here, babe? This pen right here. Do you see how beautiful? And I've been trying to be better about writing the pen that I use even in my faith planner, because a lot of times I flip through and I'm like, oh, I like that pen, I don't like that pen. Like, this pen was a very fine tip pen, and she was kind of ashy, and I don't really like ashy pens. I like a big, bold, juicy pen. And just flipping through, like this pen, I did not write what this pen was, but I'm assuming it's some sort of felt tip pen. But anyway, Bible study was cute, and so was the writings. Where'd the pen go? Right here. This pen, it looks like it would be a felt tip pen. That's how juicy it is. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it. But anyway, this pen was a fave. I've already been killing it. I've been using it. Did I use it in my A6 Hobonichi? Let me double check. I know I did. I'm saying let me check. Yeah. I used it here. Isn't she juicy and cute? Oh my god. Okay. But love the way this pen writes. She's just so pretty. And I have other writings with her as well. Right here. Ooh, sorry. Right here as well. I had some leftover writings from my Faith planner that she kind of filled up. So sometimes if it's so good, I write it on my daily pages. So I think I've talked your head off about this pen. It's really good. It is the Pentel Energel. The number is BL130, and this is a 1.0. Again, I love a juicy pen, but they also come. Oh, I was supposed to give my mom the 0.5. I haven't done that yet, but we'll get it over to her. I'm trying to get all the dust off. But yeah. They come in the 1.0, the 0.7, and the 0.5. Hopefully this is not blurry and in frame. But yes, we love them. But I did want to give an honorable mention to that pen. It is so yummy. And as you can see, when I say the stuff that is on my desk is stuff that I'm actually working on, I've been working on non-technology activities. And this, what is it called? Nano block. I honestly didn't realize that it was going to be this small, but it's called Nano Blocker, and it's like context clues. So I love Hello Kitty. So I picked this up when I went to Mido. When I went to Mido last week, I picked this up, and I've been trying to record as I put it together too, because I know me, I get into spurts where I want to do things and then I never want to do it again, especially if it's difficult. And this is not easy. I thought it was going to be easy. And it's interesting because the level is a 2, but it goes up to 5. I'm afraid of what the 5 would look like, but that has nothing to do with stationery, but I still wanted to make mention because it's in frame. Yes. Right now we are in Gotham City because it is fairly cloudy out, but we're going to make the best of it because we're going to show up no matter what if we have to be here with a flashlight. Okay? The video will come out. So we're going to go get a beverage, get some stationery, come back, do a haul if we have haulage, because it's not guaranteed when we go to these places that we'll buy stuff. That sounds so convincing, right? But we'll see. We may or may not have something to haul, but whether we do or not, I'll be back. I'll let you guys know how I like to shop, like I always do, and how I enjoyed the beverage, or did not. And we'll move on. Hopefully this will be a cute city guide for you guys when you do come visit California, or if you live here, maybe it's a shop that you haven't ventured off to just yet. But again, I would love to welcome you to the Young Lifestyle, and let's go outside. Guys, we went to Top Drawer. Say you're proud of me. You see the size of this bag? Trust me, it took all the willpower in my little spirit to not purchase goo gobs of things because they had so many things. So, say you're proud of me. We have this small bag. But you know, small bags really don't mean anything. Small bags could still pack a punch, but no. This bag is under, dare I say, $10. Yeah, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. So, without further ado, it's not very much. It is one notebook that I purchased. Well, I don't really know if it's considered, yeah, it's a notebook, but it's like a grid. And I bought this because going into the store, I've realized that I would love the small size. You know how they have the really big size, then they have the XL, and then they have the smaller size. I'll put the name of the smaller size on the screen. But you guys know I'm into my littles. I love my smaller planners. I have the CP Petite. I have the A6 Hobonichi. And I'm coming to the understanding that I really, really love those sizes right now. Other than like planning. With planning, I like to have a bigger size. But for notebooks and little jot downs, or like, what else do I use them for? Like ink swatches, pen testing, anything other than planning, I want something small, especially if I'm getting to know the brand. Paper Republic is new to me as far as being in my ecosystem. So I wanted to start off small, again, too small, because I'm really enjoying small sizes right now. So to get me started, I started with this one because the color that I was looking at was of a brown color. So I wanted something to match. Of course, y'all know I'm matchy. But this is just so cute. And I asked him, because too, I like Paper Republic as well, because even the sizing, like this, when you look at the cover, it looks like it could be A6, but it's not. He said it's a bit narrower than an A6 size. But I like this, especially for notes, because this width reminds me of a Weeks, and y'all know how me and the Weeks, we really don't get along. It's really not a thing. But that's for planning. Remember, I said planning, I can't really do the narrow spacing. It's just not gonna work for me. So we love this. We love this that we just went and we observed, and I showed you guys all the things. They also have, it's a very interesting store. Interesting in a great way, because they have glasses. Y'all know if y'all don't know, I wear glasses. And they have quite a bit of a selection with their eyewear. They had like comfy shoes there as well. They had backpacks, they had bags. Well, you guys saw everything that they had, but the fact that it was that mixed in with stationery and art supplies, I just thought it was just such a good store. And the size of the store was a good size. It wasn't like a straight shot. It was kind of a bit wider than just your very narrow stationery store. It gave you some breathing room. People were coming in and out. They had a steady flow of people coming in and out, and you didn't feel like crammed in there. Sometimes you go to these stationery shops and it's literally a small space, and you're saying excuse me most of the time, but you know, I don't care. I'm getting in there, I'm getting what I want, and I'm gonna get out. But it reminded me of a more higher end stationery shop. I don't want to say than what I'm used to, because higher end can be subjective, you know? So I love the shop. I would definitely be back. It was in Pasadena. It was in a cute area. It was literally 3 minutes away, 3 minutes driving away from BadAsh Bakery. So it's great if you're going to Top Drawer and then you want like some pastries or a matcha or coffee, tea, whatever. But let's get into that bakery as well. Hello. I had to really, mind you, when I want to say she used to sell her cookies, like she would do pop-ups at different places until she got her own brick and mortar shop until she got her own bakery. But so it was anticipated. A lot of people wanted it. A lot of people, she already had made a name for herself, and then she opened up in Pasadena, and it's in a really nice area in Pasadena. And it's just a cherry on top that it is Black woman owned, and she just seems so sweet. All of the staff was really sweet. The girls at the barista were awesome, really sweet, and everything that I tried, oh my gosh, that, I think was it a snickerdoodle or a s'mores? It had like a marshmallow melted on top. Child, that was my favorite. I would go back just for that. The line, when she first opened, the line used to be crazy. You know how California people get with new things. And we would wait in line for something, okay? But I want to say I waited in line for probably 15, maybe 20 minutes. And it was in and out. The girls working in the bakery were super, super sweet and really getting people what they want, getting people in and out, letting people take pictures and everything. Because, sometimes with brand new opening, well, it's not really a brand new opening anymore, but some places don't allow you to take pictures. That's why whenever I go into these places, I always ask, is it okay? Because everyone isn't the nicest when the answer is no. So I try to ask before I start to get greedy and just take pictures. But of course, I'm sure they're used to people taking pictures. But I think you should stop by and try. You will not be disappointed. The oatmeal raisin was, it was just a regular oatmeal raisin cookie. But baby, I want to tell you that s'more cookie. And again, if I'm saying the wrong name for the cookie that I'm talking about, I will put it on the screen. The chocolate chip cookie was, anything with chocolate chips in it was amazing. So I tried three different cookies, and their strawberry matcha. I think if you're going to Top Shelf, definitely it's worth a drive. Now, if you would like, you want to get your steps in, you can park for Top Shelf, go to Top Shelf, and then go to the bakery. Again, it's 3 minutes driving. So if you want to, it's Pasadena, I believe it's downtown Pasadena. I could be wrong, but in that area, parking is, I don't want to say it's bad. They have parking structures all around. They have valet directly across the street from the bakery. So if you want to go to the bakery, the parking, if you want a valet, it's directly across the street. You can get cute pictures and all that. Low-key, I parked at the post office. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, you can do that too. But it's only 30 minutes for the post office parking. So keep that in mind. And the post office directly, I want to say, at the end of the block of the bakery. So anyway, bakery's great. Great experience at the bakery. Great experience at Top Shelf. The customer service at Top Shelf was amazing. I believe the gentleman that helped me, his name was Jacob. And he was so, so, so sweet. There was also a young lady, two young ladies that helped me out as well. Everyone was amazing, very helpful, very knowledgeable about everything, very knowledgeable about Paper Republic. They also had their journals there too, which I thought was super cute. And the only item they didn't have in store was the very large, I'm not sure if you've seen the very large journal cover that they have. They said they sold out of that one fairly quickly, but it will restock. So if you go back, if you go to Top Shelf, if you haven't been and you wanted that larger Paper Republic cover, it's something, it will come back. It just wasn't there when I went. So yeah, I hope your Saturday and your weekend is great and it's going great. I want to say I finished a bit early this time. Usually I'm rushing to get back to close out for you guys, but that's pretty much it. I have some other videos coming down the pipeline. This series is slowly coming to an end, which is kind of bittersweet. You know, like I said, I don't really venture off to other stationery shops other than the ones that I'm already familiar with. So this is definitely taking me out of my introverted box and just getting out there and seeing what's there. And I would suggest that you do the same. I feel like a lot of people don't know, just like me, a lot of people don't know what's out there unless you're like me and you stalk TikTok and you follow journaling and planning content and you see other people going to these places. But if you leave it up to me, I'll be at Kinokuniya every week and be just fine because they always have new stuff. But find out what's in your area. I saw a new stationery shop open in Texas that one of the stationery shops that I follow was sending supplies to that shop. So there's a new stationery shop in Texas that I just heard about. If I can find out what shop that is, I'll post it here. And then if you're in Texas, you can check it out. But there's always new stationery, or like I said, if you didn't see the video where I said this, a lot of times it's not marketed as a stationery shop. A lot of times it's marketed as a pen shop or an art supply shop. You know, it's not necessarily a like stationery what we're used to, like the Baum Cohen and the Kinokuniyas, where even Kinokuniya is not marketed as a stationery shop. It's marketed as a bookstore. So sometimes, again, it'll be marketed as a bookstore, pen store. It could be anything. And then you go in there and you've struck the mother lode. I'm just saying. Find out where new things are popping up in your area. Not just stationery, but like, I feel like a lot of us go to Starbucks or Coffee Bean. We don't really support our local coffee shops. And this series has definitely helped me to figure out where to go, even in my area. Like, I didn't know, it was like my favorite matcha comes from a matcha shop near my house, you know? And it's just like, I would have never known that it existed. And especially now that I don't go to Starbucks anymore, so it definitely helps. Now, mom and pop coffee shops don't always have a drive-through, which your girl could be lazy sometimes. But I am excited to close out this series because it has been amazing. I've learned a lot. I'm also sad that it's going to be over soon, but we'll be okay. We'll be on to another series. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I will be right here next week. I hope to see you there. And I thank you so much for your support. We have quite a bit of people that are signing up to see me talk. Y'all the real MVPs. I love y'all. Thank you so much for all the love, for you guys participating in the comment section and following me on socials. I really appreciate all the support, and I wish you a beautiful week to come. Have a good one. Bye.